Hi, I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. In this vlog we are going to do a lot of things and it will probably be a very long vlog. So let me tell you what we are about to experience with us. We are starting off by baking a chocolate cake. Chocolate is one of the things Belgium is known for, so we couldn't make a vlog about Belgium without making something with chocolate. And I needed to use up some sour cream that was left over in my fridge, so I tried a new recipe. You will find it in the description box below, but we can already tell you that it was delicious. After this, we are taking you with us on a walk through the frosty forest. We had a few days of very early frost and the whole landscape got covered with this beautiful white shiny snow-like decorations, and so we decided to take you with us exploring that. And we did this walk all the way through the community center, where we visited an exhibit, you say in English. In French it is an exposition of art created by local or bright local artists. And I wanted to show you some modern Belgium art, since Belgium is also very well known for the Flemish painting style, in which we have the painting that I used in my reading journal setup. So we will go and discover some of that. And on this walk we will talk about a first book out of 3 books by Belgian authors that you should be able to at least read from the same author. After that visit, we will talk about a second book before we go to Brussels. And I will use timestamps in this video because the Brussels video is like 10 minutes long. It is a resume of a day-long excursion. We visited the Royal Library, which collects all the scientific publications that are made in our country, and they make sure that everybody can access them. But they also have a museum where they safekeep the collection of books and some other things, like some statues that belonged to the Dukes of Burgundy, which were the dukes that were here before that Belgium became Belgium. They also conserve these music books that hold partitions for a music style Belgium was well known for in the 15th and 16th centuries, which is called poly-song music. And this is like the Gregorian chants, but then it is different voices singing different lines. We thought it was magical, since this type of music was played in a museum. And after that we visited the city itself, so you will have some views of the most iconic places like Mannekepis, Jeannekepis, La Rue des Bouchers, and of course de Grote Markt or La Grande Place. But also we did this parcours that is going some of the walk that is called the striproute-wandeling, or the walk around the comic walls. So people who live in Brussels can take their or offer their house to be painted by famous comic artists, and we will show you some of those as well. We will talk about another book after this visit, before we go to celebrate the 5 years of existence of the Phare, which is the very beautiful building that now holds the library in Andenne. This was celebrated with a lantern night and a lot of shows that were quite magical and all had to do with light. And so I made a little resume of that for you too. I hope you will enjoy this view of Belgium. I hope you will have the impression that you have discovered something. And well, let me know if that was the case in the comments. And what was your favorite show from the Lantern Festival? I thought I made use of this walk to tell you about the first book that I have read for this vlog, and that is Le Secret du Faucon 4, The Secret of the Falcon 4. And unfortunately, this book has not been translated to English yet. I hope they will. But I really wanted to include this author, which is AD Martel, because she is from the same area in Belgium as I am, from the province of Liège. Since it's the fourth book in this series, I cannot tell you very much about it, but I will remind you of the first book that I have read, I think in February or something like that. And so maybe you weren't on my channel yet, or maybe you do not remember. So in this book, we are meeting Cyrielle, and she is a young woman that has been living in this convent and raised by the sisters as a novice after her parents died. And one day her convent is raided by a group of traveling bandits, and when this is done, the whole convent is broken down. So the main abbess sends all the novices back home so that they can live comfortably, or somehow comfortably, through the winter, whilst they are trying to gather funds to rebuild the convent. And so Cyrielle is sent back to her uncle, who is the king of this part of the land. It is a medieval inspired fantasy. And slowly she will discover a lot of her family's secrets. And from there on, she goes on to fulfill her destiny to become probably the ruler of their country. I enjoyed I did say 4, but it's not the 4th, it's the 3rd. But I'm thinking about reading the 4th, that's why I have that in mind. So it's the 3rd. And where in the first book we had really the outline of the main characters and the main happenings that we will follow. In the second, we will dive a little bit deeper, especially into Cyrielle. And in this third one, I feel that we really kick off, in a sense that now she knows what she wants. She does everything to get there. And we will slowly start to see all the side menaces dropping in, and we will dive even more in this strange magic that she uncovers in her bloodline. So I really looked out to read the 4th one. The first cycle of this series holds 5 books. And AD Martel is writing a second cycle in which there are already 2 books published. So you will hear me talk about this series more often. By the time I'm filming this second book review, we have periods of rain, even we would call it storms with heavy wind. So we are forced to stay inside and we don't have a great lighting. So I'll try to make something of this clip, but I'm not sure that we will have fantastic lighting. The second book I read for this vlog is by Amélie Nothomb, and it's called Le Sabotage Amoureux. Amélie Nothomb is another Belgian author, and she has grown up as the daughter of Belgian diplomats, and so she has lived in several countries following her father and her family on their missions. She was born in Japan, and I read La Métaphysique des Tubes not so long ago. I think that was in September. And this book is in the same style. It is describing her childhood from 1972 until 1975, a period in which she was about 7 years old and her family was in China. Unfortunately, this book didn't touch me as much as her other books, or the ones I've read have done so far. It is about this period in which they are living in a ghetto. She calls it a ghetto in China. It's a compound in which are located diplomats from non-communistic countries, and contact between these families and the Chinese populations are forbidden or heavily restricted. I don't know if you can hear it. It started raining again, and we have the rabbit that decided it was time to take a sip. And in this ghetto, the children are mostly left to themselves, and they have created some kind of reproduction of the war between several nations. We will get description about how cruel children can be together. We will also focus on her first love, which is Elena, another girl, and everything that she does to gain this quite distant girl's attention and even her love. This is where the title comes from, because out of love for this girl, she will accept, for example, to run 80 rounds of the schoolyard while she is asthmatic, and get herself a loss of consciousness. And I was quite shocked by not only the cruelty that these children have, but also about the absence of adults in this whole thing. The writing style, as always, is quite good. I love her writing style. I think also she has a way of writing sentences that make you think, but that also have like something that makes you smile. And that is what I appreciated most of this book. I was hoping to see more about China or Chinese culture, but basically the only thing we learn is that there was no context yet, so it's the idea that she makes of what she sees, and how it makes her feel that they are like cramped in this small area. It's still a read that I do not regret reading, but compared, like I said, to the other ones, it's only a 3 stars and not more. Amélie Nothomb is and will be an author that I will keep recommending to you, because I think that she has a very unique way of writing, and also a way that is interesting in the reflections.
remonter par l'autre côté alors.
first book I want to talk to you about, which is also the last book for this vlog, is a comic. And it is not one book, it is a series of 4 comics that form one cycle, and it is the series India Dreams by Maryse and Jean-François Charles. They are both Belgium. Well, Maryse and Jean-François write, but it is Jean-François Charles that draws these albums. And I have read the first cycle in February when I needed for the Les Andenne a book with speech bubbles. And the first cycle of 4 books is translated to English. The second cycle is not. And we have, so I thought I had to read 6 books, but the 5th book in this series is a resume and an art book of the first cycle. And so the 6th is the first book in the second cycle. And this is a complete different story. We are following several people that migrate from London to India. They all arrive at Calcutta. And each one of them has their own reasons to go seek for a better future and a better life in the colonies, because this is in the period that India was colonized by the British. And one of these is the one we are going to follow the most, is this lady, and she's accused of a double murder of her lover and their child. And we will follow how they arrive, how they their fates get entangled, and how in the end this mystery is solved. So I still love the extremely beautiful artwork in there. I need to find a good page to show, because this series is not for children. It has a lot of nudes in it. A lot. So no, it's not like erotic or a romance, but it has references to Kama Sutra and stuff like that. But this is to give you an idea of the style of what it looks like. I loved this cycle just slightly a little bit less than the first, but I still enjoyed it a lot. I can only show you the 6 because we went to the library today and I brought back all the others. And this is the 10th, which is also an art book, and I checked it out again. So it's easier for me to show you some idea of the art style that we have, like this one, for example. It retells the story of all the albums, but then viewed by every character by itself. This is one of my favorite drawings. I think it looks so dreamy, and it so wants me to be there. And I'm really happy that I accepted, or that I chose to discover some new styles of books, because comics are not my favorite style, but this gave me most certainly the wish to explore this genre more. I will close off the video here. After this one we will still have some views of the 5 years celebration of Le Phare, which is the library in Andenne. And so I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed the views of Belgium, that you discovered maybe some authors you want to look into. And I hope that we will see you in one of our next vlogs. There is still one that we are making, or one video that we are making about Belgium, and in which we will talk a little bit more about comics. So I hope that maybe you are interested enough to stick around for that.